Some wolves are massive enough to rival big cats. Others have hunted alongside legends. And a few, well, they've been whispered about in village nightmares for centuries. From snow-draped Arctic plains to the windswept steppes of Central Asia, wolves have evolved into specialized, deadly predators. Some more powerful, more fearless, and frankly, more dangerous than others. For this video, we have listed the 10 biggest and most dangerous wolf species in the world. Number 10. Indian Wolf. The Indian wolf, found in the scrublands and open plains of India, Pakistan, and Iran, is only about the size of a German shepherd, roughly 22 to 28 inches tall and 40 to 60 pounds in weight. But it has a big bad reputation. These wolves typically hunt gazelles, hares, and even small antelopes on the subcontinent's dry plains. They're lean, fast, and adapted to the hot climate with shorter, thinner fur than their northern cousins. What really sets the Indian wolf apart is its history of conflict with humans. In rural India, they've been known for child lifting, preying on unattended children at the village fringes. Believe it or not, in 1878, wolves in Uttar Pradesh reportedly killed over 600 people in a single year, mostly children. Shocking, right? This earned the Indian wolf a feared place in local lore. I see you holding your kids a little closer right now. Can't blame you. Today, Indian wolves are endangered and much rarer. They mostly try to avoid people, preferring to snatch livestock or wild prey under the cover of night. Still, the fact that one of the smallest wolves has one of the deadliest legacies goes to show, when food is scarce, even a little wolf can become truly dangerous. Number 9. Himalayan Wolf. High in the Himalayas, an eerie howl echoes between the peaks. Meet the Himalayan wolf, a shaggy-coated wolf adapted to some of the highest elevations on Earth. These wolves roam the Himalayas, the Tibetan Plateau, and pockets of Central Asia. They stand about 30 inches at the shoulder and weigh around 75 to 80 pounds on average. Imagine a wolf as heavy as an adult human's upper body and able to chase prey in thin mountain air. Himalayan wolves have thick, woolly coats to withstand freezing temperatures and thin oxygen. They prey on Himalayan gazelles, marmots, and even mountain hares and pikas. Living so high up means they don't encounter people often, which adds to their mysterious aura. In fact, for a long time, researchers weren't even sure if this was just a gray wolf or a distinct subspecies. Recent DNA studies suggest the Himalayan wolf might be a unique lineage that split off from other wolves eons ago. While not many scary human encounters are recorded, few humans dare the wolf's lofty turf. Local herders do whisper about wolves snatching the occasional sheep or yak on a frigid night. The Himalayan wolf's legend lives quietly in folktales of Nepal and Tibet, where it's sometimes depicted as a spirit of the mountains. It's endangered today, with only a few hundred left. But whenever you camp in the Himalayas and hear a howl under the stars, you might wonder, is that just a regular wolf? Or one of these rare high-altitude phantoms? Either way, you'll zip your tent up a little tighter. Number 8. Mongolian Wolf. On the sprawling steppes of Mongolia and northern China, the Mongolian wolf stalks its prey under the big sky. Similar to its Himalayan cousin, scientists debate if they're the same subspecies. This wolf is 3 to 5 feet long and can stand almost 35 inches tall. Most Mongolian wolves tip the scales between 57 to 82 pounds. Not the heaviest, but don't underestimate them. Locals have nicknamed this wolf the sheep's assassin, and here's why. Mongolian wolves are opportunistic hunters with a taste for livestock. They'll stealthily raid herds of sheep or goats, often under cover of darkness, earning the ire of herders. These wolves also hunt saiga antelope, rodents, and even compete with Siberian tigers for prey in parts of their range. As tiger numbers fell in Central Asia, Mongolian wolves expanded their turf. Herders in Mongolia have a love-hate relationship with this wolf. In Mongol folklore, the wolf is revered. Genghis Khan himself was legendarily descended from a gray wolf and a doe, according to myth. Yet, when their flocks are threatened, herders won't hesitate to hunt these wolves to protect their livelihood. It's a dangerous dance between human and wolf on the steppe. Number 7. Stepwolf. In the arid Caspian steppes and Caucasus region lives the stepwolf, also known as the Caspian sea wolf. Think of this as the wolf version of an outlaw drifter on the fringes of towns. Steppe wolves are medium-large wolves, typically 77 to 88 pounds in weight, with shorter, sparser fur than their northern kin. They roam the open plains and semi-deserts from Kazakhstan to Iran, often lurking near villages and farms. Why near villages? Because these wolves love an easy meal. Steppe wolves have a penchant for hunting livestock. Sheep, goats, even cattle, whatever they can steal. They'll also eat wild game and even fish and seals along the Caspian Sea coast. Hungry steppe wolves aren't picky. They've been known to munch on berries and melons when desperate. Their bold diet causes constant conflict with humans. Herders sometimes retaliate, hunting these wolves to protect their flocks. In some villages, people have even tried raising orphan wolf pups as guard dogs. Yes, turning the wolf against its wild brethren. Despite living so close to people, steppe wolves are skittish around humans and would rather flee than fight. But corner one, or cross paths on a dark night near a barn, and you'll see why they're feared. Number 6. Tundra Wolf. The Tundra wolf prowls the icy forests and tundra from Scandinavia across Siberia to Kamchatka. These wolves are built for brutal cold. Males average 90 to 110 pounds and females around 80 to 90 pounds, but exceptional tundra wolves can reach 115 pounds or more. They measure up to 4.5 feet long, with a thick silver-gray coat that would make any husky jealous. Tundra wolves primarily hunt reindeer, chasing migrating herds under the aurora-lit sky. They'll also take hares, birds, rodents, whatever they can find to fill their bellies in the sparse tundra. Historically, their lush fur was highly prized by trappers, which sadly made the wolves prime targets for hunters. These wolves are elusive, living far from most human habitation. But when winters turn especially harsh, legendary super packs can form. In one famed and frightening case, a massive pack of around 400 wolves allegedly besieged a Siberian town in Yakutia in 2012 to 2013, killing over 30 horses in just 4 days. Yes, you heard that right. Hundreds of wolves teaming up when food was scarce, like an army of wolves on the march. Authorities had to call in hunters, and even the army to deal with them. Now that's something straight out of a horror movie, isn't it? Fortunately, such incidents are rare. Normally, a tundra wolf would rather avoid humans than confront us. Number 5. Arctic Wolf. Picture a snow-white wolf materializing out of a blizzard. That's the majestic Arctic wolf. Also called the polar wolf or white wolf, it lives in the high Arctic of Canada, Greenland, and Alaska. Arctic wolves are a bit smaller than their southern cousins, but still formidable. Typically 3 to 5 feet long, standing 2 to 3 feet at the shoulder, and weighing around 70 to 125 pounds. They look even bigger than they are, thanks to a thick, fluffy coat that wards off sub-zero temperatures. These wolves endure conditions that would send most predators packing. In the winter darkness, they hunt muskoxen, Arctic hares, and caribou across ice and tundra. An Arctic wolf pack will test a muskox herd, trying to pick off the young or weak. A risky endeavor when a full-grown muskox can crush a wolf's skull with its horns. But hunger drives the chase. In fact, Arctic wolves are such survival experts that they can go 4 to 5 months without a meal if prey is scarce, then gorge 20 pounds of meat in one sitting when they score a kill. Talk about fasting and feasting. One eerie thing about Arctic wolves: because their world is so remote, they aren't afraid of humans the way other wolves are. Occasionally, scientists or explorers have reported Arctic wolves approaching them out of curiosity, or maybe sizing them up. Fortunately, there are very few people up there to tempt them, and no record of unprovoked attacks on humans. Number 4. Northern Rocky Mountain Wolf. If you've heard wolves howling in Yellowstone National Park, you've likely met the Northern Rocky Mountain Wolf. This subspecies, native to the Rocky Mountains of the US and southern Canada, is one of the largest in North America. They stand about 26 to 32 inches tall at the shoulder and weigh anywhere from 70 up to 150 pounds. Typically gray in color, these wolves have a robust build, perfect for taking down big game. And big game is on the menu. Rocky Mountain wolves primarily hunt elk, deer, and sometimes bison. A pack of these wolves can bring down a 700-pound elk with remarkable coordination and endurance. They'll pursue herds, isolate the weak or young, and efficiently dispatch their prey with powerful jaws. In dire times, they've even been observed cannibalizing an injured packmate, a grim testament to how harsh life can be in the wild. Wolves don't waste anything when food is scarce. Talk about a tough family dinner. The Northern Rocky Mountain Wolf has a dramatic history. By the early 20th century, they were exterminated from most of the US Rockies, victims of bounties and fear. For decades, their howls vanished from places like Yellowstone. But in the mid-1990s, wolves from Canada were reintroduced to Yellowstone and Idaho, sparking one of conservation's greatest success stories. Today, these wolves are thriving again, and their return even helped reshape the ecosystem. Number 3. Eurasian Wolf. The Eurasian wolf is the classic gray wolf of European fairy tales and Russian winters. Found from the forests of Spain and Italy all the way across Russia and into China, this is one of the most widespread wolf subspecies, and one of the largest outside North America. Don't imagine a scrawny storybook wolf. A full-grown Eurasian wolf can weigh 80 to 120 pounds on average. In some exceptional cases, they've been recorded up to 176 or even 190 pounds. They measure about 3.5 to 5 feet long and up to 33 inches tall at the shoulder. In the wild, Eurasian wolves are formidable hunters. They'll take down red deer, wild boar, moose, and of course livestock whenever the opportunity arises. For centuries, country folk in Europe told tales of wolves snatching sheep from pastures and even grabbing dogs from right outside homes. In harsh winters, desperate wolf packs historically ventured into villages, and that's when myths are born. Remember the fables of werewolves and the big bad wolf? They didn't come from nowhere. In 18th century France, a mysterious wolf-like creature called the Beast of Gévaudan terrorized the countryside, reportedly killing over 100 people. Some accounts say it was a wolf or wolves of unusual size and ferocity. Whatever it was, it sure gave wolves a PR problem. In Tsarist Russia, there were accounts of starving wolf packs following armies or ambushing travelers in the snow. Even Paris, the city of lights, was besieged by wolves in the 1400s. A pack dubbed Courtauld allegedly wandered into the city and killed dozens before townsfolk finally fought them off. No wonder Europeans huddled by the fire telling scary wolf stories. Number 2. Interior Alaskan Wolf. In the deep boreal forests and tundra of Alaska and Canada's Yukon, the interior Alaskan wolf, also known as the Yukon wolf, roams as an apex predator. This wolf is enormous, the second largest wolf known. Male interior. Alaskan wolves average around 120 to 125 pounds, and females around 85 plus pounds. Many weigh in the 100s and 30s, and the biggest healthy males can reach 170 to 180 pounds in winter. They stand about 33 inches at the shoulder, with long legs built for loping across vast distances. Imagine a wolf the size of an adult human, and you're not far off. These giants survive primarily by hunting moose. Yes, those 1,000-pound antlered giants, as well as caribou and Dall sheep. It often takes an entire pack to wear down a moose in deep snow, but with teamwork and some inevitable battle scars, they succeed. Their jaws and teeth are oversized compared to other wolves, an adaptation for bringing down big prey and crunching through thick bones in the freezing cold. Considering their remote habitat, interior Alaskan wolves seldom encounter humans. They are not your lurking around the village kind of wolf. However, they do pose a threat to livestock in frontier areas, enough that Alaska has at times run controversial culling programs, including shooting wolves from helicopters to reduce predation on moose or cattle. Humans can be as fearsome as any wolf when competition for game or livestock gets heated. Number 1. Northwestern Wolf. Behold the Northwestern Wolf, also known as the Mackenzie Valley Wolf, the Canadian Timber Wolf, or the Alaskan Timber Wolf. So many names for this heavyweight champion. This is the largest wolf in the world. How large? The average male weighs about 137 pounds, and females around 100+ pounds. Many fall in the 150-pound range, and truly gigantic individuals have reached 175 pounds or more. In length, they can stretch up to 7 feet from nose to tail and stand nearly 3 feet tall at the shoulder. These wolves literally tower over most others. They could stare a Great Dane in the eyes, and the Great Dane would probably whimper. Northwestern wolves roam the vast boreal forests, mountains, and tundra from Alaska through western Canada down into the northwestern United States. This was the wolf reintroduced into Yellowstone, which gives you an idea of how impressively large Yellowstone's wolves are. With that size comes hunting prowess. They routinely prey on elk, deer, and bison. In fact, a pack of these wolves can even take down a full-grown bison, a 1-ton animal, under the right conditions. Typically, they target young or weak bison, but still, facing off against a herd of stampeding buffalo takes nerve. These wolves have been observed stampeding elk herds and using clever tactics to single out the vulnerable. In winter, they'll even crush through ice crust to chase prey in deep snow. Talk about determination. Northwestern wolves, despite their fearsome stature, are naturally cautious of humans. In the wilds of Alaska or Canada, they'll usually smell or hear you coming and slip away unseen. However, their size alone commands respect. That wraps up our countdown of the 10 biggest and most dangerous wolves species. What animal do you think deserves its own top 10 next? Bears, big cats, or maybe something more unexpected? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, here are 2 more you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.